What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the semifinals of the Alienware Awesome Cup 2. Before we go into Game 2 of Boom versus Ion, we have a quick message from our sponsors, and a huge shout out to Alienware for supplying the Alienware Alphas for this event. A huge thank you to Ronimo. We are powered by Gosu Gamers, and the production team is ES Champ. That being said, let's take a look at what everybody will be competing for. First place, you will be receiving $1,800 cash, 3 Alienware Alphas, a Steam in-game, or excuse me, an Awesomenauts in-game gold badge, and some Steam stuff. Second place, $900, 3 more Alienware Alphas. That's right. First and second place will be receiving Alienware Alphas, some more Steam stuff, a silver in-game badge. Third place, $900 cash, some more Steam items, and a bronze in-game badge. And fourth place will be $450 and some more Steam stuff. That being said, Nada, take us through the picks and bans for Game 2 of Boom vs. Ion.
Well, here with some pick and ban stuff. This time, Ion resides with the first pick, and that is going to allow them to get the first ban as well. That ban being Swiggins. So with Swiggins banned, we're going to see no more Hui Swiggins, and I think that's going to be good. To much surprise, Boom chooses to ban Froggy G, which now leaves Robbie to not play Frog, and also is banning themselves from Blah playing Frog, but perhaps he will be going for that Nips pick later. So, first pick will be Scoop on Ion's side. Response to that will be Coco Penny, extremely powerful. Probably one of the most meta picks there is. Extremely powerful, you know, all around good, hefty AA, great burst, damage amplification, CC, you got it, they have it. Response to that will be a Vinny and Spike pick as well as Skoldir. So a hefty sort of snare lock into throw, explode, Vinny dash, damage, death kind of comp going on for Ion. Much more aggressive than the comp they were having before. Last pick for Boom will be Nibs, so once again we might be seeing the Blah on the Nibs. That being said, we're just quickly going to sum up the picks and bans for Boom. We're looking at Coco, Penny, and Nibs. For Ion, Skoldir, Vinny, and Scoop. With that being said, we are on Agion, and we are ready to go.
Let's do it, Nada.
4, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Let's jam.
Let's jam.
Space Jam.
Ace Jam. You know, just jam in general.
That's right. We're gonna be jamming. We're gonna be jamming out on Agion as Boom takes on Ion. So, Penny, so powerful. Scoop, so powerful. Two, in my opinion, top tier characters playing on against each other is very interesting to see. And Coco Penny is one of the things that has been debated since the dawn of Starstorm when Penny came out.
That is true.
A Coco and a Penny on the same team.
That is dangerous. You have that amp, you have that hefty burst damage on pulse, you have that stun locking pounce that is also very efficient one-on-one. You have so many opportunities with both nods, and have a Nibson that is, you know, your reliable source of damage, as well as two very, very good, I would even say Joker picks. You have a very versatile comp that can work in almost any way, no necessary order for initiation, and, you know, damage all around. Extremely scary.
It's very scary, especially put in with this comp that Blah has, as Blah goes down to Robbie and the entirety of Ion there to pick that up very quickly. And we're going to see that first kill come out a lot quicker than the last match, a minute and 30 seconds in.
Well, Ion's new comp allows for a bit more aggressive play, and, you know, taking advantage of that is really going to help, I think. They listen to Yoda. That's nice.
Farm they must. The tactical piggy bank coming in for Robbie as he will opt for a Twister Lance, increasing the range and damage of his hammer.
To be honest, I don't even think it's a tactical choice. It is just because piggying will not get you the lance immediately, and so you might as well just rush out, get 2 abilities, and then go back when you can get it plus the piggy bank, thus leaving you, because you want to get on the map fast on Agion. You want to get that Invis orb.
And nice hammers. I believe the hammers are going to be raining from the skies from that top lane through that mid bouncer, or excuse me, the platform on Boom's side of the map. And Ion will be able to capitalize on that quite a bit if they catch them off with that jumper.
This is today's weather report from Agion. Cloudy with a chance of hammers.
Cloudy with a chance of hammers, and don't forget the fire.
Do not forget the fire. That is only in certain areas, though.
Or wherever Nibs is.
Exactly.
Cloudy, I get it. I get the cloudy part. We got the cloudy part with Vinny, with a chance of hammers. Scoop, we need to tie in a few more characters in this.
Oh, right.
We got the fire with Nibs. Well, with a chance of lightning, the pulse with Penny.
Yeah. I see where you're going. Well, it can't be raining punches and hammers. That's...
No. But we can
can only have one rain. We can only have one rain. And
it's going to be raining down as Team Boom prepares their assault. As Dob goes and takes a lot of damage, the pulse comes in. The lightning, as we call it. And Law is going to get picked up as he tries to go down the chute. Magno getting the throw off and landing the punch kill. And Zurian Mechanic retain a charge when hitting an enemy with Pounce. An interesting upgrade to see in competitive play. I don't see that very often.
It is probably one of the most important upgrades for solo Penny play. If you are out there, you need this upgrade. It will let you get your damage up quicker, allow you to do that stun lock into insta-burst pulse. You're going to get so much profit out of that upgrade because it speeds up the process and, guarantees that you have your pulse after you pounce in.
And as I said before, I don't see that very often in competitive play, so I'm interested to see how it will play into account against this. Having a Scoop and a Scoldier on the same team is just terrifying to see. Toss in a Vinny for the dash kills, especially if he drops Silence Cloud, which I have a feeling he will be getting because majority of competitive players will opt for Silence on the Cloud.
The only other option I see is for a really ganky team to go for Invis speed, but that is only when you do not have a team that is built for team fights, and the meta clearly resides with team fighting and insta wipes. So if you have a comp that is built on chasing down targets and quick engagements, you can opt for that, but the general meta suggests that you should get Silence, and I do too.
Well, Silence also plays into account when dealing with droids too, because you can effectively stop a droid wave. Blah getting into it, taking a lot of damage, as Paolo is now going to be teleporting back, and Hui will be taking a lot of damage as well, but Robbie is going to be on the run, as Dob is going to come in for the save, dealing a lot of damage across the board. Blah escaping with a half a bar of health, and Hui with 2 bars up top.
Well, that could leave a push opportunity for Ion, perhaps.
As we see Dob picking up that Invis. And Invis is so unbelievably important. And the fight for Invis itself is just amazingly important. Because you really want to focus yourself around preparing for it. It spawns every minute. So you want to get yourself around that mid area, be in a good position, maybe get into a team fight before Invis comes out, deal a lot of damage to your opponents and force them back.
And it's sort of this dance around mid. Every team knows around 10 seconds before we're going to see these back and forth jumps in the mid area where they just, test the waters. They have a feel for when the Invis is coming, and just seeing that is sort of cool because they juke around. They want to be in the mid, but they also don't want to drop to bottom lane and get ganked. It's really like this risk-reward thing if both teams are present in the mid area.
But with great risk does come great reward. That Invis can set up a lot of kills for you and really kind of change the tide of battle.
And depending on who gets it, it can go from 1 guaranteed kill to up to a wipe, depending on who and when who gets it. That's where we're at.
So now, in both of these teams, which character do you think should be picking up Invis if they have the opportunity to?
I'd like to say Scoldier pick up the Invis for Ion, and for Boom, I would really like to see a Penny go Invis.
I can see that being very powerful, Scoop really doesn't need Invis. You're going to know where he is at all times, just from the hammer. And if he can land a hammer, having the Scoldier very close by and the other team not noticing that can be very strong.
Exactly, and you know, Vinny already has that range and doesn't really need the Invis to get close and get the hit. So Skoldir is the optimal choice. Now for Penny, it's about getting that stun on the pounce without them noticing, and then instantly firing off that that extra damage pulse. And by doing that, you're gonna get a stun. You're gonna be in a position to body block your enemies, and you're able to push them into your own turret and just set up a good kill for your teammates.
And that's all about Invis, preparing and setting up good kills for your teammates. And as you said before, it can effectively change everything. It can set up a single kill or a team wipe.
And obviously both teams are looking to do the team wiping.
I mean, I think a double kill at this point can basically secure the top turret for Ion. Unfortunately for Team Boom, they're going to need a little bit more than that to be able to combat.
Well, we shouldn't underestimate the AA capabilities of the Boom comp, because it really is powerful. The Coco AA, combine that with the Nibs and the Penny, you're really looking at some hefty damage.
I mean, the hefty damage coming out on both teams, though. You have that dash on Vinny, you have that hammer that's just basically a constant, every 6 seconds, it's a constant, huge chunk of damage. I think if Machno picks up the snare on Quake, it'll be a lot better.
And, you know, obviously we're going to see cooldown come out of Voshtylob's hammer in no time when he's, you know, done building his damage. We are going to be seeing that speedometer build that we have shamelessly coined here at the Alienware Awesome Cup 2.
The speedometer build, I think is going to come out as well. Unfortunately, he did picky, so he's not going to be able to work into that. And we see Dov on the bottom lane just dropping that not silence cloud, excuse me, his regen cloud. So he's going to have that residual income once again.
And also get that extra regen with the Solar Crab Burgers, allowing him to heal for each coin that he gets, including those that come from his cloud.
And kills as well.
Allowing him to slightly burst heal for a kill.
And a very nice hammer engagement by Robbie is going to force all members of Team Boom to play very careful. And 2 members of Boom are back, and Blah is going to be on map, but he's going to be taking a lot of damage in the process, as all 3 members of Ion have gotten themselves this top turret push. They're going to be able to take this top turret before any members of Team Boom can be there, and as I said that, they did.
Right, we're seeing a lot more aggression now, and I am loving it. Yoda is very pleased. Look at that throw.
Yoda's very pleased, and Paolo doesn't look pleased with that, as he is going to go down, and it looks like Dov and the entirety... Oh, he is going to get picked up behind the turret, as Dov is taken out by Blah.
Right, Blah
will get taken out as Hui goes back to clearing up this top lane.
That leaves Hui and Blah on map with Robbie and Mokno.
As we see Hui and Blah back up into the fray again. Invis is up. Skoldir will pick it up and be the invisible Skoldir, using his sneaky duck strats to try and pick up a kill in the process, or set something up for the rest of Iron so that they can pick up a kill. As we see Robbie and Dov into that midsection. Machno and a huge burst coming out on Paulo. Paulo used his teleport already, so he's going to be taken down in the process. Machno will be able to pick up the assist as Robbie gets the kill.
Alright, we're actually looking at quite the opposite of last game, where Ion has the lead in kills by quite a bit. And even though we're not seeing a whole bunch of kills as we've had earlier in this finals, we are looking at quite the difference, though.
Yep, the difference we see, as we've seen Ion play more or less passive in the first game, have now become the aggressors and have pushed in and have really done a lot of damage to Boom and slowed down their momentum.
Yeah, by quite a lot.
Will pick up Machno from his DOT as Robbie goes down to Blah in the process. Dov has Invis, though, so he may be able to pick up a kill if he's very sneaky with it, but he needs to understand that if he just burns his Invis, he won't be able to escape. but he burned it at just the right time, dealt some damage to Blah, and really forced the hand of Boom to kind of rotate around. But the top push, the first push that we've seen for Boom occur, as they're going to be taking some bars off of that top turret.
All right, I do like me some back and forth, so let's see where this goes. Right now, I'm seeing the full hammer build on Robbie, so perhaps we'll be seeing a lot more hammer into throws, into dashes. This is the main difference between Ion's comp and Boom's comp, whereas Boom can sort of loosely engage with whatever that is ready. Ion sort of has to have this one sort of sequence they go through in order to be most efficient. You know, you have to land that hammer, you get the throw in.
And there we see the throw, the hammer, and the collapse as Hui goes down. That invisible skull there is going to be terrifying later on. And Paolo going for it, and he is going to get taken down in the process. Machno goes down, and Paolo will take down Machno in the process as a 2-for-1 happens. And Blah is going to be trying to chase down Dav, and Dav will land the dash, forcing Blah back. The second stage of Flowers on Skoldir, so he will be able to heal on his third punch.
That is going to help him a lot. He has gone down to DOT 2 times now, I think. It's been rough, and now he's getting those flowers to make up for it all.
His sustain is going to be very strong in these battles. As we see the Nibs pick up some health, some more DOT for Hui, as he's going to pick up his third stage of Chuck's board, increasing damage by Blaze. Now, I wonder if he will be able to... Oh, he does have Blaze Ball. So he's just going for the more poke and... or guerrilla warfare, I should say.
Guerrilla warfare, not guerrilla warfare. Unless you're talking about the Ronimo monkey. In that case, it's very clever.
I was. The guerrilla warfare. Ball landing on Machno and Robbie, as we see Dav trying to set himself up in a situation for a kill. Blah trying to be sneaky, as Paolo's going to get thrown. He does have his teleport, if I remember correctly. Blah's going to be trying to play his zoning game, dealing some decent damage on Dav and getting out. And he will pick up some HP. Excuse me, Paolo will pick up the HP. Blah picking up the HP back. So now Agyan. This is the second game on Agyan in Boom v Ion. What do you think is the potential of Boom coming back from this?
Well, quite huge, actually. It all depends on well, you know, the Invis fight. Right now, they are playing very equal, and the builds make sense in whatever comp they're trying to, you know, do. You have Burst Vinny and Silence Cloud. You have that Skoldir for those throws and stun locks with that oily spray on, and you know the heals to sustain himself. You know, but on Boom's side, you have that hefty, you know, the pounds build that is something that we haven't really seen today. Mostly pulse builds. That's really a powerful penny build that will allow you to lock people down and get that body block in as an added form of CC, where you can, you know, pulse in, you pounce in, you block him off, you charge up, you pulse, and then you end it up with a pounce once again.
As we see the engage up top, as Blah tried to pick up Machno in the exchange. Machno has his DOT on him, so he will be teleporting back, picking up some HP, and picking up an upgrade. He has about 228 solar. Invis will go to Robbie, but not before Blah pounces and amps him, forcing him to use and burn his Invis. And I believe Time Traveler Turbine on Coco.
Oh,
increase the time that Blaze...
The most annoying thing that you can get other than slow. It is a very efficient upgrade. It is going to extend the range of your Blaze Ball, as well as leave the Blaze on the ground for much longer.
And, you know, that's one of those upgrades that I like to call the Billy Mays upgrade.
Oh, wow.
But
wait, there's
more. Exactly. Like the Gigawatt upgrade on Raylan's Rift.
Oh, yes. We need to get that.
There's more.
We need to get that to be in the thing. That needs to be the description. I don't care. That needs to be it. I need it to say that right now. And we need them Ronimo monkeys to go right on that.
The Ronimo monkeys?
Yeah, you know, Robot Ninja Monkeys. That is what it stands for, as far as I have been told.
We need more Billy Mays upgrades. Maybe there will be a Billy Mays upgrade for a future knot. But
perhaps.
wait, there's more. Ideas.
Quite so. Maybe just have Billy Mace as a knot and just throw.
Then we have
speaking of throws,
the throw is going to come out, and Blah is going to get taken down by Robbie as we see the entirety of Ion secure themselves another kill, making the kill difference 7-4 and the solar difference around 3 to 500 across all members in the map.
Alright, things are looking much better for Ion than the last game.
Well, we see both of these teams. We know that Boom has that aggressive style of play. Ion has more of a passive style of play. We've kind of seen the tables turn, in a sense. And the bottom turret will go down as Ion takes the second turret. Both front turrets will be gone, and it looks like Invis will be picked up, maybe burned. Or not. Ion is going to wait for Dom to be back and be able to pick up the Invis when they need.
He's just sitting there, camping.
Well, he does want that Vinny to get it. He wants the Vinny to start the engage, the Scoop to throw his hammer, and Machna will come in for the security of the kill.
Yeah, the startup with the Silence Cloud is really going to do things.
And Machna will rotate on bottom. That Silence Cloud engagement has been started. Blah is going to be silenced. Paulo is going to be silenced. And it seems as if Machna is just going to miss his throw and will not secure themselves a kill. As Ion has secured their, basically, home in the upper creep section of Boom's map. Or area of the map, I should say. Dom is going to be looking for a kill. Machna is trying to set something up as Robbie will be launching his hammer consistently. That's a hammer cooldown every 4 seconds of the speedometer build. He's going to be continuing to do damage on those turrets with his hammer as well.
Now you were looking at the full damage G-Dove build as well. Full dive damage. The Goldfish, the Chrome File, and of course the Dead Seahorse Head for that extra 20% spike damage. That's actually 40% 2 stages of 20. That will really do some damage if he gets, gets the full vertical dash off.
And it kind of changes his playstyle a little bit to more of a close range character as opposed to dashing in and securing kills. He becomes more of a brawl character in regards to you're changing his dive mechanics. You're wanting to get the maximum amount of damage in the shortest amount of space. So you'll be diving in a vertical area, whether it be down or up, or if you're blocked against a wall, you're going to be diving against a wall to be dealing 980 damage.
Yeah, and you can do the aim of going close to your target and then dashing the way you think they're going.
And that looks like Machna is going to get picked up as Blah will take the kill for that. And we see Paulo getting into the fray as Dov trying to set something up as well, but Blah being there, just his presence alone was enough to thwart off Ion. As we see Paulo and Blah trying to tank out some damage on the bottom turret, decide not to as they're going to need some HP to continue fighting.
And Spoonman on Oshirobe, so now a 20% damage increase on the hammer when he is close to a teammate. So basically, always.
So if you think Max hammers are worse, think of Max sledgehammers. He's basically throwing sledgehammers now. And those sledgehammers are going to do over 500 damage if they're far enough away. As we see both or all 3 members of Ion proceeding to the bottom area of the map. Well, Blah is going to be defending up top. Paulo and Blah defending the bottom lane as the Heavenly Fire coming out from Hui once again slowing down a lot of those droids, allowing, well, but he does allow a few bars to be shaved off by them in that instant. As Blah trying to get into the fray, duking it out with Dov in the bottom lane, Robbie in the top lane with Machno and Dov once more, hammer hitting Paulo into the bottom lane. So, Nada, what does Boom have to do to combat this and fight against that is Ion?
They need a single target engage and just kill one target at a time. They really need to...
And Hui goes down, getting thrown in front of the turret. as we see Paolo chasing down, or excuse me, Magno and Paolo chasing down both members of Team Ion. They're going to be able to escape with 1 bar of HP. Oh, and Robbie gets the amp pulse hit on him, but no damage is dealt as he was in the middle of his teleport. So Blah will not be able to pick up a kill, but the bottom lane is going to be pushed, and just 2 to 3 hits of the droids in the bottom lane bring that turret down to less than half.
You know, slowly taking off the HP is probably the best they can do right now. They need, you know, once again, they got that 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 kill on Mokno, and they really need more of that. They just need to focus down one node that they can, you know, easily take. Best if the Silence Cloud is out, and they just go in after that. But as for team fights, I think Ion has a significant advantage.
I agree 100%. They definitely have a huge solar lead at this point, and well, not a huge solar lead, but 200 to 300, depending on where they are. And even though it's maybe 1 or 2 upgrades at this point in the game, that 1 or 2nd upgrade, I should say, can be the difference between a victory or a loss. And we see both members, Blah and Paolo, in the top lane, as Magno is in the bottom lane, with Robbie in the top lane, trying to clear something up, as Paolo is now utilizing his fire. Dov getting into it with Blah. Blah utilizing his pulse to thwart off that which is Ion, and Paolo will be teleporting back to pick up some upgrades, increases the range of Orb of Omicron. He picked up the wormhole.
Oh, he's looking for that wormhole, probably to get, you know, behind, you know, make sure that the overextension, or, you know, you have the zone around each node, and if you enter that zone, you are overextending, and Paolo just made his zone a lot bigger with that upgrade.
And his zone, whether it be to engage or escape, we'll see how far it goes once he launches it, because it is going to go extremely far. It's almost 50%, 43, I believe, 43.5% on the upgrade itself. So his orb is going to go extremely far.
This is the Tetris vial of nibs.
And is going to continue with that, as Paolo is now going to be in some trouble, as he's going to be the only member, he's going to stand outside of the barrier and be dealt a decent amount of damage. But Magno has remained in this top lane and have continued to just pound this top turret. And we see how far it's going. Paolo is going to get right into it. He utilized his teleport, though, and he's going to get picked up in the process, as Dov will pick up a kill there. Blah is looking to pick up Robbie in the process, and Robbie trying to get away. He has Invis. I do believe he's going to try and teleport back, and he's going to burn the Invis in the bottom lane, as Magno is going to have to...
Everyone is out safe. Now is the time they need to react, really get those droids cleared up, because that's a 4-droid push coming towards them. Mokno taking care of the first wave, but they really need to move up right now.
And we see all members of Ion back on map, trying to clear up these lanes and pushes that Boom has set up for themselves. But it's going to be very difficult because they clear the lanes extremely quick. And if they're not able to counter clear, those turrets are going to go down.
They have to. They really do.
As we see Magno and Robbie in the top lane, and looks like Hui's going to be taking a lot of damage, and Dov is going to be looking to secure a kill, and he may be able to secure, drops the Silence Cloud to secure it. He does get it. Magno picks it up, but Paolo takes out Magno in the process, and Robbie's going to be forced to defend with Dov against Paolo and Blah, being Nibs and Penny versus a Scoop and a Vinny.
Oh,
Vinny's going to be
that
on
HP.
the run.
Vinny needs that HP. He's getting those coins, just heal up from that DOT. And that is why you get the baby Curie Mammoths, ladies and gentlemen.
As Paolo and Blah are going to be in the top lane, fighting it out against Robbie. Robbie's going to be taking a decent amount of damage. He is going to heal up quickly, though, and get a lot of health back. I do believe he picked up Penguin Squire. He did pick up Penguin Squire, so his bindings are going to be dealing healing over time.
Oh, they are just for himself. No sharing of the healing. The Penguin Squire only takes notes for him, but it is a another way of getting your milk, but a lot cheaper, and you will get it over time. So no burst heals for you, but you will get a lot of heal going in nonetheless.
As we see some more HP coming out for Blah. He is going to be a powerhouse with his Penny now. That HP on Penny is very important because she's a very squishy character, especially if you silence her. And the bottom turret will go down for Team Ion.
Speaking of HP, yeah.
They have opened up a way to the core.
Now it's a double kill away. That is where victory is right now. That's a double kill away.
Or a single kill if both of these teams can compete at this level of gameplay. And it seems that Dav is going to try and set something up, going in, dropping a Silence Cloud, anticipating Paolo's teleport in, will not make anything of it. And Machno looking to pick up that top turret as Blah, Paolo, and Hui are all in the top lane. Dav is going to try and pick something up, and he does pick it up as Blah goes down, and Dav will be trying to pick up some HP. He does pick up the HP, but look at how long that Blaze is staying on the floor. The escape for Hui is going to be virtually easy. And now it looks like Ion is going to be dealing some core damage as Paolo and Hui are forced to defend. That's a lot of core damage. I didn't think they'd get that much core damage that quickly. But at this late in the game, Paolo going in, trying to get that fire breath off. He does get the fire breath off. Machno picking up Hui in the process. And Paolo is escaping with 1 bar of HP, but he will not be able to get back into it and defend, as that looks like it's going to be the game, as Ion will take game 2.
Nice.
Nada, what does that mean?
That means that we are on our first best of 3 that actually has 3 games.
That's right, we're going to game 3. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.